everyone, it's Cruise Day and happy Halloween from beautiful San Diego, California. Ben and I are here in San Diego and today we are going to be boarding the Disney Wonder on a 4-night Mexican Riviera cruise or down to Cabo San Lucas and back. We're very excited about this cruise. There's a couple of cool things about this cruise. One is that is a Halloween on the High Seas cruise. This is the last Halloween on the High Seas cruise for Disney this year, at least. There's probably a dream or a wish one going today too in Florida. I'm also very excited because this is a new cruise port for us. Previously, I have only cruised out of Miami or Port Canaveral in Florida. So this is pretty exciting for us to get to cruise out a West Coast port. Also, this is the first time that Ben and I have ever taken a cruise, just the two of us together. So that's exciting. A couple other things I want to tell you about this cruise is this is my third time cruising on the Disney Wonder. So obviously I like this ship. This is Ben's second time cruising on the Disney Wonder, but he doesn't remember the last time very well. It's been 5 months since our last cruise, which was on Harmony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas out of Port Canaveral, and I will link that playlist up here if you want to go check out our last cruise. But it's been 5 years since our last Disney cruise. Our last Disney cruise was also on the Disney Wonder, but it was in 2017, shortly before I started my YouTube channel, about a year before. So I didn't vlog any of that experience. So this time going on the Disney Wonder will be new for you guys as my viewers, because I didn't get any of my Disney Cruise Line cruises on video because I hadn't started my channel yet. And if you missed this video, I explained that we have kind of a plan to go on all of the Disney cruise ships over the next 4 years or so. You know, I mean, we've been on some of them before, but we're kind of starting fresh. So today's going to be the Disney Wonder, this cruise, and then our next cruise is going to be in a few months. We're going on the Disney Magic, and then after that, we're hoping to go on the Dream and the Fantasy next, and then the Wish, and then the Treasure once it's finished. So I hope that you'll enjoy this vlog of our embarkation day and our first evening on the Disney Wonder. Today is Halloween. We are filming this video on Monday, October 31st, 2022, so it is Halloween. I'm excited to see. I hope there's going to be some cool characters in their Halloween costumes on the ship, and the ship should be all decorated for Halloween. So that'll be really fun. The first things we're going to do today, once we leave the hotel room, we're just finishing getting packed up. We have to return our rental car. We've been here in San Diego for a couple days. We did some exploring the first day we got here, and then yesterday we spent at Legoland, and there should be a video up on the channel. If there is, I'll link it up here, from our experience at Legoland yesterday. And so we have to return our rental car to the airport. The nice thing about San Diego, this is a nice cruise port to leave out of because everything is really close together. We're staying at the Hilton on Harbor Island, and the airport is very close by, and then the cruise port is right downtown San Diego, and they're all really close together. So it's really kind of a convenient cruise port to leave out of. So we're going to return our rental car to the airport, and then we're going to take a taxi to the cruise port. Our boarding time is 1 o'clock. What time is it now, Ben? It's 10 o'clock right now. So we have 3 hours until we have to report to the ship. So that'll give us plenty of time to return our rental car, get over to the port, and maybe get some lunch, I don't know, or something to eat. One thing we have to do when we first get on the ship is try to change our dining. Right now we're scheduled for late seating dining, and we're on the waiting list, but I never heard anything about getting bumped up to earlier seating. Because late seating dining, I think it's 8:30, which for us, coming from Central Time, would be 10:30 at night. So that's really going to kind of mess with our digestion if we have to eat that late. So we're really hoping we can get switched. I'll have to do that first thing when we get on board, is try to switch our dining. And also, we would really prefer to have a table for two and not be sharing with other diners. Partially because I'd like to be able to vlog our food and stuff.
Yeah, that would be really awkward.
Yeah, and that'll be really awkward if we're having to share a table with other people. And also, Ben and I just prefer to kind of be by ourselves. So that'll be the first thing I do when I get on board. And I probably won't show that, but I'll let you know how that goes after I do it. That is something you can always do right away when you get on board a cruise ship, by the way, is you can go see the dining manager, the head waiter guy. They'll tell you where it is to see about changes to your dining seating or time or whatever. We're off to return our rental car. See you in a bit. There's a big line outside for people waiting to get on the ship, and it's only the 11 o'clock boarding time. So we came into this lovely seafood and oyster bar with an excellent view of the ship to get some lunch.
Mickey hands, and it's the mini goal.
Oh.
That's what the palm trees are. Ooh, cod. It's cod.
Oh, great.
It's codfish and chips.
Then got the fish and chips. It's Alaskan cod? Yeah, Alaskan cod. And I got the sand dabs.
I think that's too big of a plate for it.
I know, this plate is huge. And again, I just want to show you the view here. So like, they can open these doors all the way up. There's also an upstairs. The Maritime Museum of San Diego is right out here with all these old ships you can tour. And our hotel was over there. And so like all these glass panels behind me, they can also open all the way up. And open this whole thing up if they want to.
Which is quite expensive.
I asked them to substitute whipped cream instead of ice cream, and so this is what they gave me. Isn't it nice? It's like a giant pillow of whipped cream on my, what did I get? Apple crisp.
Yeah.
And Ben got the s'mores brownie.
Both had ice cream. We both did.
Yeah. All right, we went through all the check-in stuff. It was easy and very efficient. Oh, Ben just saw our suitcases getting loaded onto the ship, so that's handy. Hi. Thank you.
Ship ahoy, guys!
She might look small when you're far away, but when you get up close, she still looks big.
Oh yeah, it's bigger than the Titanic.
Yeah.
You should say it's
Bigger than the Titanic, yeah. Watch your step, buddy.
I want your stuff, because you're the one on these trips.
True. There were basically 3 stages: health screening, security, check-in. All went very quickly.
Hi there, welcome.
Hi. Thank you. They're gonna welcome us, and I'm gonna stop filming so you don't hear our last name. We are all the way to the front. That's the front of the ship. We can't go any farther. And here's our room. The ship is full, so there are no stateroom upgrades. Ben, do you want to grab the keys?
This is our...
Oh, okay. We'll tell you about our assembly station problem in a
rip.
Ooh, fun.
It's like the Hershey thing. Burger thing. Yeah.
Yay. Okay. Were you gonna knock? There's nobody in there. Watch your step.
That really hurt, that ball up here.
Oh. Ooh, we get another bag. We already have one of these.
It's a very stone one.
This is our room. This is an ocean view stateroom. So we have a porthole. There were no balconies available. They were all sold out when we booked the cruise. And like I said, the ship is full, so we couldn't upgrade.
Backpack?
Yeah, because we're Castaway Club. After my next Disney cruise, which is in March, I will upgrade to gold. There's where we had lunch, right there.
Oh my God, that's sticky.
And there's the Maritime Museum. The window is very dirty, and I'm going to ask our steward to clean that. I'm going to do a separate room tour here in a minute. Okay, we're in our room 7002, and we had a dickens of a time. Okay, at first I was like, oh, this is a really good idea what they're doing. This is going to be really efficient. They funneled everybody after they welcomed you aboard, which, by the way, something really funny happened. The very next family that got on right behind us had the same last name we did. So they said, welcome the family, and then they said it again because it was the next family. So that was kind of funny. Well, they were funneling everybody to a lounge. What lounge was it? Some lounge in the adults only area, and having everybody get the app set up, the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. And then having everybody, you were supposed to have a step in there to go to your assembly station, take a photo of it in the app. Well, we couldn't do that because I already had the app installed on my phone before I got here. I have multiple Disney Cruise Line reservations right now, and so I already had all my reservations and I was logged in and it was working fine. Okay, but then they were making everybody use the DCL Wi-Fi, which they give to everybody free for the first day, apparently, so you can do this.
Which is fine.
Which would be fine, except it wouldn't work for us. We tried it on both of our phones. We never did figure out what the problem was. And the two crew members in the room, one was an officer and another cast member, she did something that really makes me uncomfortable. And then the guy at guest services tried to do the same thing and I stopped him. I do not like this. Customer service people should never, ever do this. And I talked about this in a video one time, hotel we were at in the Outer Banks.
That was horrible.
Don't grab people's cell phones out of their hands and start doing things on their phone for them. That is so inappropriate. Okay. It really made me mad because she starts flicking around and doing stuff in my settings on my phone. Don't touch my phone. It's not your phone. Okay. I know you think you know how to fix it, but I guarantee I had more technical knowledge than she did because she didn't do the things that I knew how to do to try to fix an app that's glitchy. And she starts messing around in my settings and I'm like, please just give me my phone back. So they should not be doing that. That's really not okay to do that. People's like whole lives are on their smartphones. You can't grab a phone out of somebody's hand and start messing around with it.
How would you like it if we grabbed your phone?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and so I'm not...
You could honestly factory reset your phone.
Yeah, they could like factory reset my phone. They could delete all my photos and all my video and, you know, mess up all my settings and stuff. And that's not okay. They should not be doing that. And I'm definitely going to put it on my survey at the end of the cruise. And then the guest services guy tried to do the same thing. He tried to take my phone away from me. And the other reason I don't like that is they're assuming I'm an idiot. Just tell me what you want me to look at. Don't. It just went around and around and around, and it would not let us get to the step. We were logged into the DCL Wi-Fi. We had the app. She told me, the officer that was in there told me to log out of the app, and I think that was a mistake. And anyway, I've tried everything. We've fiddled with the settings. I've uninstalled and reinstalled the app, which the guest services guy said, well, you shouldn't have done that. No, you should do that. Anytime an app doesn't work on a smartphone, you should always uninstall and reinstall it. That usually fixes it 99% of the time. Yeah. And he said, well, then restart your phone. I had already restarted my phone. Okay, so everything they were telling us to do, I already knew how to do and had already done it. And it still wasn't working. So I think there's a problem on their end. I think, and there are a lot of other people in the room, in the lounge.
We're there for a
while, and they were also having problems. So I think, Disney, get your act together. You're a...
You need to get your Disney Plus team who made the Disney Plus app to fix your other apps, okay? Fix them.
Yeah.
Your Disney Plus app is amazing. Fix the other ones.
Right.
Not everyone has Disney Plus.
Yeah, I know.
More people will travel than... And you advertise it on this app.
And, like, this kind of reminds me of, like, the Disney app in the parks. It's so glitchy. It crashes all the time.
I think the crashes isn't their fault because there's so many people
using it. True. But obviously this is a problem, a technology problem on Disney's end. We're not stupid. We're not doing something wrong.
You use your phone every day. You know.
We know how to do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. So it was just started out my experience on the ship in a very not great because we wasted I think we were in there almost an hour.
No, it was like 45 minutes.
45 minutes we were in there. And then we go to guest services and the guy literally tells me to do all the same things I already did. And I said, can't we, because they weren't letting you do anything else until you took a photo in the app of your assembly station. And I said, can I just not go to my assembly station and take a picture of it and bring it back and show you and you check us off? And
yeah, there should be something you can do.
There should be some manual way to do it. Not everybody has a smartphone. And the cruise lines need to understand this. I guarantee you there are elderly people on this cruise. There's a lot of elderly people on this cruise that don't have smartphones. How are they doing it? Let me do that so I can move on with my life. okay, and move on with my cruise and move on with my day. And I said to the guy, I said, my cruise experience should not be dependent on this app working.
Yeah.
You know, let me move on.
Cruises haven't. This is our first
cruise using the Disney Cruise Line app. There's no, we've gone on other Disney cruises where we didn't have this app and it functioned fine. There's other ways to do things. I mean, yeah, it's great. We don't all have to stand there with our life jackets on the deck anymore, but there still needs to be some alternative to using the app for people to check in and show that they found their assembly station. There's just, you know. So anyway, sorry, little rant over. Has anybody else had a real problem? I know people have complained about the Princess Medallion app not working, but like, did it mess you up for like checking in for your assembly station when you first got on the cruise? I wonder if we can do it on the TV.
Yeah, probably.
We're going to try that next. Okay, so anyway.
No, I'm going to try this next.
Yeah, we're going to try to get the app working, and I'm going to check the TV. But anyway, they did not start us off well. Don't grab my phone out of my hand and start messing with it. And treat us like we're dumb. And don't make being able to proceed with your cruise experience dependent on having to do something on the app. Because not everybody's going to be able to do that. Okay, well, we came and physically found our assembly station. But now our entire cruise is missing from the app as if we're not even on board the ship. So that's fun. So we're going to go back to guest services and see if we can get this figured out. Let's take a picture. Okay, update. I don't know where we left off. We went to our assembly station and a nice Irish crew member, what was her name?
She was Irish.
She was Irish. She was from Dublin. Did confirm that you do not need a smartphone and you do not need the app to check in at your assembly station. She has everybody's name that is supposed to go to that assembly station printed out on paper on a clipboard. And we went there and we told her our room number and our name and she just checked us off with a pen. Okay? So that's about as low tech as it can get. So don't let them make you feel bad that you have to do it on the app because you don't. You can just physically go there. Although I feel like on Royal Caribbean, they had to scan our cards. Wasn't that it? On Royal Caribbean, they did have to scan our cards, but I still think you didn't need the app. Just know you don't need the app to check in at your assembly station. Okay, after that, we noticed, or before that, we both got the app working on both of our phones, and now our reservation and this cruise has disappeared. The cruise that we're on right now has completely vanished from the app. Like we're not on it anymore. But down at guest services, and I called Disney Cruise Line and talked to tech support on the phone. Unfortunately, while I was on hold with him, I got disconnected. But he said, no, I can still see it on my end too. So the ship and the reservation system is still showing us as being on the ship. But now we can't see this cruise on the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app, so we can't do anything. We can't see the schedule or anything. So that's a problem. So we still haven't gotten that resolved. We did go to the dining. What? Oh my! We're.
No, it's a window cleaner.
Oh, it's the window guy. I thought we were moving. Oh, that's freaky.
It's fun.
That was fun. Ooh, look at how the planes come in here in San Diego. Isn't that cool? They come in really low, like right over your head. When I was getting gas this morning, filling up the rental car with gas right over there, I got a really cool picture. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it in my stories. We are still in the system. Okay, where was I? Dining. I went to the dining manager, the dining people. They're in the lounge when you're walking down toward Tiana's place in that hallway. That's what it was last time too. And the very nice Australian crew member who helped us, Steve.
He was like really quick.
He was really quick and terrific and very nice. And he fixed it right away. He not only changed us from late seating to early seating, but he got us off the table of 20 we were going to be at and put us at a table for 2. So yay! I did tell him if he had to prioritize and he could only give us 1, we'd rather be at a table for 2 and be at late seating than be at a big table and be at early seating, but he was able to get us both. So that was great. So just know that you can do that. If you're not happy with your dining, you can go to the dining manager on the first day of the cruise. I mean, honestly, you can probably do it at any point if they have tables open. I mean, we had to do that at our last cruise on our Royal Caribbean cruise too because we weren't happy with our table. And they found a nice table for 4 for us and then just took one of the chairs away. So you can usually almost always get it switched. Okay, but I've probably left a very bad impression of us with guest services on this ship because I'm not happy with them at all. They're convinced. It sort of seems like the Disney crew have just been trained to do, these certain things is the only thing they know how to tell people to do if there's any kind of issue with the app. And if it's anything other than that, they don't actually know what to do. But they get mad at us and treat us like we're dumb if that doesn't work. And I mean, they all admitted, including the tech guy on the phone, I've never seen this problem before. So it's definitely, they've never seen it before. Something is weird with the app. Ben thinks it might have something to do with the fact that everybody's getting on board at once and all trying to log into the Wi-Fi at the same time. That's possible. But now our situation is we need to get our reservation for this current cruise showing back up on the app again, or we can't see the daily schedule or anything. So that's definitely a problem. So we're going to have to fiddle around with it some more, but this has been really frustrating. Thumbs down on the whole app and Wi-Fi thing on Disney Cruise Line so far. This is like we said, this is our first experience using the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app on a Disney cruise, and we're not impressed.
7 short blasts, followed by 1 long blast of the ship's whistle, accompanied by the sounding of the alarms. This will mark the start of today's safety briefing. And please pay close attention to the information provided. At this time, we ask that all crew members working in guest areas suspend services and stay in place until the end of the safety briefing. We ask that all guests also remain in place and listen for the duration of the safety briefing. If you happen to be in a location where the guest safety briefing video is broadcast on a screen, please remain in that location, listen to the announcement, and follow along with the video. Once again, at the conclusion of this announcement, the general alarm will be sounded. If you have small children or sensitive hearing, you may want to cover your ears. Thank you.
Especially if you're on the top deck. So this was a completely different way yet of doing the whole safety thing. Oh my gosh, that is loud.
Far away. Speaker.
Yeah.
Just going as far away as possible.
Jeez. Okay, we heard it.
Okay.
And now there's going to be a video. So this was completely different yet. First, they had us go find our stations. And we had to get checked in that we found it. And now they're making everybody on the ship at the same time watch this video. Ben is unpacking. I've already unpacked.
Attention all guests. The Disney Wonders mandatory safety briefing has begun.
I love how calmly she
We
says
ask
it.
Yeah.
that you please remain where you are for the duration.
So just be aware, every ship does it a little different. Every cruise line does it a little different. So you just follow along with whatever they do on the particular ship you're on, because every ship I've been on, and especially since the pandemic, it's been completely different than, and even back in the days where it was the old-fashioned where it was different on every ship or every cruise line. So it really depends.
Just calmer.
So they're explaining the different alarms to us.
Put on warm clothing and comfortable shoes, take all critical medication with you, and don your life jacket. In the event of a real emergency, please pick up your children from
Don't leave your children.
Please bring your key to the world card and follow the signs and directions of the designated crew to your assembly station. The Disney Wonders smoke detection system is linked to all stateroom phones. In the event that the smoke detector in a stateroom is activated,
Well, that's interesting.
the system will automatically cause the stateroom phone to ring as an awareness alarm.
Huh.
Shortly after the activation of the stateroom smoke detector, the bridge officer will be calling the stateroom to check on the status of the guests and the room. The Disney Wonder also has audible alarms installed in its corridors outside guest staterooms. Upon hearing one or more of these these alarms, please leave the area and notify the nearest crew member or call guest services. Your help in responding to one of these alarms will add to the safety of our guests, crew, and ship. If you smell smoke or discover a fire, press one of the red fire alarm call point buttons around the ship.
Here's some of the folks that have gone all out on decorating their doors. There's one up here that's pretty cool. I think they must have made that.
Yeah.
Like ordered it special. Some are just simple.
Those are.
Yeah, they foam. They just made them.
I think that was one of them.
Yeah.
Like 3 of them. Or maybe something. I don't know.
I don't know.
A lot of them.
Well, it might be a whole big group.
Or something.
Whoa! Look at this one.
You have to replace the bathroom.
Yeah, it's a cool wreath.
You sure? All right.
What's this one? I was just showing this to Ben. I found this accidentally on the Magic. There's this really steep staircase from deck, what are we on? 5, all the way up to 8. All the way at the back of the ship. It's the freakiest, steepest staircase. Be careful, buddy. And I found this accidentally on the Magic one time. And I don't know, I was like looking for something. And then here's the deck 5 hallway. But then there's this other stairway here. Like, where the heck does this go? But it's like some freaking dark stairway you've never been. This is an exit. I don't think we should go there.
No.
So yeah, I feel like this is just like emergency backstairs. Oh, there's a sink in there too?
Yeah, but it has water.
One side is fish, and starboard side is something else. I think they're seahorses.
Okay. What are these music? Is this song? It might be Halloween or in like Mexican or something.
When you come out of there's staterooms on deck 5, aft and forward. These are the aft elevators. They're setting up for the movies. Hi. Thank you, because they sell candy and popcorn for the movie theater. Tonight we have Pinocchio twice.
September 8th, only in Disney Plus. You can see it here.
And like, well, here's the Buena Vista Theater. This is a cinema. It's a very nice cinema. This is one of my favorite things that Disney Cruise Line has. And I'm disappointed to learn that they've made it into 2 smaller cinemas on the Wish, which I think was a bad move. Because people really do like going to their movies.
I was filming you when you were filming.
Oh, cool. And then if you continue down this hallway, you continue onto the kids' clubs. Sorry. See, here's the It's a Small World nursery. This is for your littlest babies. Like, I think it's 6 months to 2 years old. And it's reservation only. And spots are limited, so it's really kind of like a babysitting service.
This is some Halloween music.
Yeah. And then the kids clubs are not open yet. There's going to be an open house in about a half an hour, and we'll come back and show you what the inside of the Oceaneer Club and the Oceaneer Lab look like. They are connected inside. In that hallway over there. Yep, this is the main atrium. Hold on to your camera. The statue on this one is the Little Mermaid. I really like this chandelier.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, it's Captain Fabian speaking from the bridge. And welcome on board the beautiful Disney Wonder, and happy Halloween. First of all, I would like to thank you for attending the safety briefing earlier on. It's now 4:21 and we are getting ready to set sail. We expect that in the next 15 minutes we'll be letting go the lines and maneuvering out of our berth and into open seas. That will happen during your sail away celebration. Once in open seas, we'll be disembarking the harbor pilot and head towards our destination.
Every deck there are maps by the elevators. Thank you, dear. They have upgraded these elevators. They're like
Doors closing.
electronic and touchy since the last time we were in here. And also they have what's on each floor inside the elevators.
Deck 3.
Note that the elevators are very small. So deck 3, when you come out, you're in the adults only area. I'll show you what's over here. So there's a little shop here with like kids costumes. And here's the British pub, the Crown and Fin, a proper English pub. When they have sporting stuff on TV, they'll usually have it in here.
So cool in here.
Yeah.
It's a big pub.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's food that might.
They'll have like trivia and stuff in here. Yeah.
I think there was a trivia at like 7
Tonight?
or tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Like at 11.
And then this way is Azure, which is the lounge we were stuck in forever earlier.
Oh no, not this.
Yeah. But they'll have all sorts of activities in this one
Maybe
too.
we can try doing it here.
Yeah, it'll work. And then they'll have like, when you go on shore excursions, sometimes you meet in here. And then the Cadillac Lounge is that way too, down
They're
there.
so cute. It had a gas pump at the entrance.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
from the 50s.
50s car themed. That's another bar. So this whole section is the adults only area. So it's forward on deck 3. And now I have to go. Oh, if there's a queue, I'm not doing it. Okay, so the 3 dining rooms, main dining rooms on this ship are Tritons, which is Little Mermaid themed. They still have the gangway out. And it's like almost 4:30, and I think we were supposed to set sail at 4. They've got the photo thing set up. And then guest services is here. And as you continue down this hallway, you come to, here's the rear entrance to Triton's. There's like And up at those stairs, the photo studio is up there. Oh, I gotta talk to them yet too. And here is the French Quarter Lounge, and this has been rethemed since the last time we were on the ship. So they rethemed it to the French Quarter Lounge.
This is the only place I really remember.
Yeah, Megan came in here and did a drawing class, I remember. And we played that kind of heads-up game thing over there, yeah. And it's to make it go more with Tiana's place.
Oh.
Which is the restaurant that's here. It's closed right now.
I also remember Tiana.
And I like how they did the webs on the window too.
Yeah. They're like pearls though, for Tiana.
Oh, that could be. Or like beads for New Orleans. Okay, and then directly up one level on deck 4, directly above Tiana's place, is Animator's palette, and that's where we're eating tonight. Let's look outside. And then here is the photo studio. Disney Wonder has a full promenade deck. You can walk all the way around in sheltered comfort, and there are very nice padded lounge chairs for you to sit on. Here's San Diego. Past the photo studio where you can get your portraits, your pictures from the cruise, is Shutter's Portrait Studio. And you can make an appointment here to get actual professional photos taken, like family photos and stuff in the studio. And then along here is the art gallery where you can buy art.
Whoa. Wow.
All of these are for sale. And this is D Lounge, where they have lots of fun games and stuff. We've got a karaoke, trivia, napkin folding, in there. The schedule is on the screens in the hallways, and there's a map that'll show our position, I'm assuming.
There's a line showing
where we're going. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, we're back. Hi, to show you the Oceaneer Club. Hi. Okay, sorry about that. The open house is at the lab. So this is for it's the nursery for the littlest ones. The club is for kids like 3 to 5, 3 to 7, 3 to 8. I can't remember. And then Oceaneer Lab is for like upper elementary. Edge is for middle school. And Vibe is for teenagers. So there's actually 5 kids places. So we don't want to videotape anybody's kids, but there's books to read, coloring pages. They do there's all sorts of interactive stuff. They do all sorts of stuff here with the kids. Games. I think that floor lights up or something.
Yeah, you can play chess or something.
Yeah.
Deck 3. Doors opening. Going down.
There's still a line. It's not too bad. I think we'll wait. Here is a big aircraft carrier, which we could not identify. Can anybody identify this? Is that an aircraft carrier?
It's some sort of naval.
It's big, but it doesn't show up on the marine traffic app. That one did right there. But I'm wondering if if it's blocked from it for, like strategic military reasons. This is the Naval Air Base over here. Sorry, the window is smudgy. We have started moving. There's the Coronado Bridge, which I'm really glad I didn't have to drive across. And we are moving now. We went to guest services for the 3rd time, and we talked to the same woman, and she was much nicer. I think she was very flustered, and we were very flustered when we went there before, and it was also very, very loud because people were still boarding the ship, and they were doing that every 5 seconds, welcome the Blow family, you know, and everybody clapping and it was loud. But anyway, this time she was able to help us. Okay, here's where we ran into a problem. 2 very important things you need to know for technology on Disney Cruise Line. Number 1, if you're using the Wi-Fi, so if you either buy Wi-Fi, internet, or you're using that first free day Wi-Fi, you gotta log out. Ben and I both used up our first, what was it, 5 megabytes? 50 megabytes of free Wi-Fi for the first day because we spent so much time trying to get the app to work and didn't realize that we needed to log out when we weren't using it, and so we used it all up. So if you pay for Wi-Fi, and I remember this from other cruises too, you want to make sure that you log out when you're not using it so it's not, you know, using it all up. The second thing that was causing us a problem and why we couldn't get the app to work and why our reservation disappeared was because there's actually 2 versions of the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. There is the at-home version and there's the when you're on the ship version. And so we were still trying to use the at-home version. And our reservation for this current cruise disappeared off of that because we're on the cruise now. So now we're supposed to be using the on the ship version, and we couldn't figure out how to get to it. And it was a combination of you had to be in airplane mode, you had to be connected to the Disney Wi-Fi, and you had to have certain permissions enabled in the settings for the app. So it was tricky. And we definitely needed help figuring out because I don't think we ever would have figured that out by ourselves. But the first guy we talked to, he should have been better about explaining it to us. And the 2 crew that were in the lounge at the beginning when we first got on, they obviously didn't know that stuff. Yeah, it was complicated. This is not a very user-friendly, easy to use app, especially because there's those 2 versions like that. That was definitely very confusing. So we both have the onboard Disney Navigator app working now on our phones, and we're both in airplane mode now because we're moving. And once you're moving, you want to keep your phone in airplane mode, otherwise you're going to rack up all sorts of roaming and data charges and stuff. So make sure you have your phone in airplane mode when you're on a cruise. And I might buy Wi-Fi because I want to be able to communicate with Megan, and I also want to be able to do my daily Duolingo so I don't lose my streak because I'm almost at a 1,000-day streak on Duolingo. We'll probably do that later, and I just have to make sure I log off each time so I don't use it all up. So we're just going to get ready for dinner now, and we have dinner tonight in Animator's Palette. So from the forward elevators on 4, this is the Walt Disney Theater, which is the main live show theater, but they do show films in there too, and they're showing Hocus Pocus tonight. And then right here is Preludes, which is where you can buy drinks, popcorn, and candy for the shows. And then these are the shops, and I think they're still closed. They're doing some photos. The shops are not open yet. So, coming into Animator's Palette, which is all dedicated to animation. Okay, we are at table 74.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Hello.
Welcome back home.
And we're like pretty much all the way in the back. I think we left port late and we're going pretty fast. Yes, just the 2 of us. And there's a lot of motion and vibration right now. I just want to show you my water so you can see how much things are shaking. And can you hear the knife rattling on the plate? Look at the water.
Good evening. How are you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome to Disney.
And I definitely feel rocking this way. Yeah. Okay, starting out we have some bread. What's the bread, buddy, under the bread service? What does it say in the menu? It's garlic mayonnaise, he said. But I didn't catch what the bread was.
Garlic and herb focaccia.
Garlic and herb focaccia. Yep, and garlic mayonnaise. Ben and I both got the same appetizer. We got the baked potato soup.
And I'm dipping it in
Ben's
them.
dipping the bread in it. I already finished mine. I got the black bean chipotle on rice. Looks very nice. And Ben got the pasta with no bolognese sauce. So he got it just plain and they did that up for him. They didn't bring him any cheese
Yeah,
though.
can we ask him?
What?
Can we ask him?
Yeah, we'll have to ask him for some cheese. Ben got the kids' little apple tart. Isn't that just adorable?
Yeah.
And they brought us a special Halloween dessert. It's a spider. That looks really good. And I got the lemon icebox tart. And Maggie over there. She was our assistant server on our last cruise on Disney Wonder, and I recognized her and she remembered us. So that's pretty cool because that was 5.5 years ago. We're walking out on the promenade deck. It's windy and it's cold.
I think we're just going really fast.
Yeah, well, it feels like we're going very fast.
Here, just look over the edge. Yeah, you can see how fast we're going.
Oh yeah, hold on to the phone, hold on to the phone. Okay. I wanted to tell you a couple things we found out from Booty, our server. I didn't get to finish telling you that Maggie was Margaret when we were on our last cruise, and she remembered us. She recognized Ben and I right away, and I recognized her. She was our assistant server on our last cruise on this ship 5.5 years ago, so that was pretty cool. She was one section over. And then Booty said they stopped wearing the colored vests in Animator's palettes with the pandemic, so that's why they didn't put those on. Let's go back inside. And he said he was 5 years on the Fantasy, 5 years on the Dream, and now this is his 3rd year on the Wonder. So he obviously likes working for Disney Cruise Line. Ship elevators.
Oh. Why do you need to
Okay, so we met our cabin steward. Her name is Maricel, and she left us our chocolates.
Okay, so I don't have to go trick-or-treating.
For them. Yeah, Ben's like, I don't need to go. The line for trick-or-treating is crazy. And then Ben just got to see her actually do this. It's cool. She already had it all made up, and all she had to do was flip it. So it's an actual bed with a mattress, see? So it flips around. It's really cool. And then if you needed another bunk, there's one up there. And then we got I think it's a bat.
Oh, that would make sense.
Is it a bat?
Yes, it was.
For Halloween. Yeah. Okay, we're not sure if we're doing anything else tonight, so I'm going to close out this first day vlog here. This was a lot. We're super happy we have the app working now, and we can actually we can chat.
It's like, oh yeah, we're having
We can chat each other on it, and we can start, like heart activities we want to do and character meet and greets and all that stuff. And the menus are all on there and everything, so it's super helpful to have the app. You just have to make sure you have the right one.
Don't be afraid. I am the caretaker. Oh, did you feel that? That was the spirit of some old Halloween memories gone past. Speaking of the past, you are all here to see the pumpkin tree? I mean, you do know what a pumpkin tree is, don't you? Oh. Why, this is a pumpkin tree. It is a very special kind of tree. You see, it blooms on only one night of the year. On Halloween, deep within these dark gnarled branches, hold the remnant spirits of Halloween memories gone past. Just look at all the beautiful pumpkins, but look closely. The pumpkins on this tree are not mere pumpkins. Each has a face sliced in it. Each nose a weirder nose. Each one smiles in some new way, just a little bit different. Dozens of smiles and double laughs and pairs of fresh cut eyes, and all from your imagination. But it isn't quite yet finished. It needs one more thing. We need to wake it up. And to do that, we need to have the perfect spooky atmosphere. Best way to do that is to tell a story. A ghost story. My favorite is the legend of Sleepy Hollow. One cold October night, a certain Dutchman named Ichabod Crane was headed toward his home in the hollow nearby. His path led next to the old Sleepy Hollow cemetery, where a headless Hessian soldier was buried. It was a dark night, you see. Ichabod at midnight approached the graveyard. There was no moon, and the only light came from his lantern. The Dutchman was nervous about passing the graveyard, remembering the rumors of a galloping ghost he had heard. He stumbled along, whistling to himself to keep up his courage. Suddenly, something caught the eye of Ichabod, a mysterious white light rising from the ground in the cemetery. He stopped, his heart pounding with fear. Before his startled eyes, a great white mist burst forth from an unmarked grave, forming a large horse carrying a headless rider. Ichabod let out a terrible scream as the horse leapt toward him at full gallop. He took to his heels, running as fast as he could, making his way for the bridge, since he knew that ghosts and evil spirits did not care to cross running water. He turned to see the headless horseman, who threw a great flaming pumpkin towards him. Ichabod was never seen again. The headless horseman continues to roam the roads near Tarrytown on dark nights from that day to this day. Lucky for us, the horse can't swim. Or can he? Now,
Thank you.
that wasn't too spooky, was it? Just enough to get the heart pumping. Now, perfect spooky atmosphere. I say, now is the perfect time to awaken the pumpkin tree. Oh, don't be afraid. Let's all call out to it together and see what happens. Are you ready? Oh, great pumpkin tree, the biggest we've ever seen. Wake up. Wake up and talk to us. It's time for Halloween. Wake up. Wake up. Come on, everyone. Say it with me. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Look. You've done it.
Greetings, my fresh faces. and innocent eyes, you are all here for fun and surprise. Look at all of you. What a wonderful sight. But don't be scared. I want smiles, not fright. So rise up your voices. Let me hear a loud scream, for that is what is needed to summon Halloween!
Everyone
I sense your foreboding, your sense of dread. Give me a laugh to rattle the dead.
Everyone
The Halloween spirits are close. This I can feel. Scream trick or treat, and let's finish the deal.
Everyone, trick or treat!
Pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Here tonight for all to hear, the truest sound of ghoulish cheer. Witches' laughter and ghoulish growls. Zombies, monsters on the prowl. Bring the power of nightmares unseen. Bring them to life. It's Halloween! Happy Halloween!
Now, friends, I must be going. I have lots more to tend to, but I must share with you this one final thought. This pumpkin tree is here because of you and your imagination. So, the next time you're feeling afraid of ghosts or something under the bed, just use your imagination. You'll be safe. Oh, and happy Halloween! Happy
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up down below. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of our other Disney Cruise Line videos that are coming up, be sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Have a great night, everyone, and happy Halloween! Safe travels!